Hey everybody, my name is Kalle Slaap, watchmaker from the Netherlands, and today Rico watches. I wasn't aware of the brand because I don't think they were sold originally here in the Netherlands. But I was talking watches with a fellow watchmaker, dear friend, hey Sean. We restore here in the workshop vintage watches, high end, the lovely stuff. But I've got a soft spot for the budget brands, personally, because for me, the budget brands are the bare essentials of watchmaking, of horology. And that's what I love. It's just about, like sushi, a few ingredients, and you can make it horrible, and you can make it very nice, or just like whiskey. Same with the budget brands. If you take the bare essentials, it's got to be perfect to make a sellable, affordable watch. We just did the lovely Timex special, and Timex for me is like chicken McNuggets. Nothing wrong with it, and if you got a craving, it's perfect, but you're not going to use it on Thanksgiving or Christmas dinner, if you know what I mean. That is just the bare essentials for that particular. You're not going to service a Timex, well, it's riveted so you can't, because you buy another one because it's so affordable. That is a marketing strategy, and that is perfect. There is nothing wrong with it. They don't pretend to be something else. Then Sean, dear friend, said, Rico, have a look. I thought that Rico, well, Japanese, must be very close to Seiko. And it isn't. And it was an eye-opener for me. Really, really nice. Just like the outside, they are nice, and especially with the bicolor, so gold and steel. Um, a lot is used in the Far East, and you see it in Indian watches, for example. But there's nothing wrong with it. And I would like to show you the inside, because there are a few things that was just, I really didn't expect it to find it in Rico. Well, when we made the Seiko comparison, I think you all know the magic lever. Roderick, dankjewel man voor het gave modelletje. The magic lever is automatic winding. It's got a rotation action, and that's got to be transferred to one single rotation. Well, this is the magic lever for Seiko, which is genius in itself. So simple, so effective, but though these teeth over here, that one and that one, are very delicate, and they can wear down over time. Again, nothing wrong with that. But Rico just got a slightly different philosophy, which is a beautiful mix between the Far East and the European way of making watch movements. And again, what I love, what is fascinating about watchmaking, there is no good, there is no bad, it's just different. So many different solutions for the same problem. And that is here with Rico. Well, I just opened one and this one is full of rust, but still the watch design is what's fascinating. First thing you see, well, the first thing you see is no finishing. And that's why they are affordable, and it's on the inside of the watch case. So if you can save money and make an affordable watch. Finishing doesn't make a watch run better or more accurate or more reliable. Shall I take this one or a less... I'll take this one. Or a less rusty one. So it is a decision being made. Are we going to do the finishing or are we going to make a budget watch movement? Well, this is the rotor for the automatic winding, and because it's a weight, it always goes like this with the movement of the wrist. So the first thing we see is not too much finishing, not needed, no problem. But 21 jewels. The jewels are ruby, synthetic ruby, very hard material, and that reduces the friction, and watchmaking is all about reducing friction. So if it runs really smooth, then you got a good running, you got a longer power reserve and a more accurate watch. Two things that are really different in Rico than other budget counterparts. And that's where the fun, for me as a watchmaker, the fun starts. You just saw the automatic winding. So that is go two ways, two different directions of winding. But a mainspring can only be wound one way. And where Seiko has got the beautiful magic lever, it is slightly different with Rico. And I must say, maybe even more reliable and sturdy. And that is over here. Sorry about the rust, I just picked one. This is the pivot point of the rotor. Moves two ways. And this wheel can only move one way to wind the mainspring. And this is the clever bit. Again, just a few parts, the bare essentials in watchmaking, but being clever about it. And it is here. This is being rotated by the rotor. And here. So what this bit does is make a movement in both directions, transfer it to only one direction, and look at that. It's a bascule. If it moves clockwise, that wheel will move, that will drive that wheel. If it's anti-clockwise, the other wheel takes over and this wheel will still run in one direction. And where Seiko has opted for the magic lever with the tiny teeth that can wear out, Rico made a slightly different design. Again, not bad, not good, just different. But those teeth are so much sturdy and reliable. Here, just a bascule, one way, the other way. That is lovely stuff. And then, for me, the real surprise is the escapement. And maybe if you can remember the stream about the coaxial of Omega, I said if you really want to impress in the horological world, you have to design your own escapement. And not many have done that. Usually it's always the Swiss lever escapement. Sorry about that, should have put it here. This is the Swiss lever escapement. Plop, plop. 3, 2, 1. Plop. Nah, okay, no signal. There we go. This is a Swiss lever escapement. And that moves. It's always, well, an escape wheel is just about always the same for 200 years. This is the pallet fork, 2 banking pins, and this is the double roller. And all of this makes it a Swiss lever escapement. If you're into this, please have a look at how a watch works, mechanical watch works, here on our YouTube channel Chronoglide. But this is the design for 99.99999% of all mechanical movements, the Swiss lever escapement. Because the escapement is the bit that says tick-tock. That is the bit that has to be perfect for an accurate and reliable running watch. So if you design a new escapement, well, this is being proved for at least 100 years, and this is derived from the English lever escapement. And Rico just made a U-turn, and for me it was a lovely surprise. Back to the other camera. Plop. And then, well, here of course the balance wheel, shock system. So Rico watches are serviceable, even though they are budget. 21 joules, excellent, but just not too much finishing, and hey, nothing wrong with that. And now here. Komt u maar. Opsa. Always delicate, but here. Remember the 2 banking pins on the Swiss lever escapement. They are tiny differences, but still, look at this. Here you see the pallet fork in one straight line, and here you can see 1 banking pin inside the pallet fork. And this is originally derived from the Glashütte escapement, German, not Swiss, German. They had just the 1 banking pin, and if you can see it, this 1 banking pin is based around an excenter. Move like this. So if you move it, you can really delicately set the escapement. Different vision, just to be different, and lovely. If this had a beautiful finish, it would be high-end. I really do mean that. And lovely, but here you can see a lot of material. It is not elegant. It's mass-produced, but unapologetically they say, well, we make budget watches, what do you want? So for me, a real eye-opener is a beautiful balance between budget, affordable, reliable, and just a piece of innovation still in it. That is just, love that. I really do hope you enjoyed this. I did, because we don't see too many Ricos in here, and it's again different, lovely, just a different train of thought, different philosophy, really makes it worthwhile. If you're into this, please have a look at our YouTube channel Chronoglide. My name is Kalle Slaap, and you find over 500 videos about watchmaking. I really do hope that is helpful. I enjoy these budget Ricos, and I hope you do the same. Enjoy your evening. See ya. Bye bye.